What's up, what's happening, what's going on? It's Jay from Now Name Podcast. I have been missing for a long time. Make sure you see my next upload whenever it does happen is to subscribe. That's the one and only time I'll say that because I feel dirty saying that. Anyway, there's going to be a massive content warning on this because I will be talking about myself and explaining why I'm in the wheelchair. I made the mistake of looking back through all my previous uploads to see when or if I ever talked about why I was in the wheelchair. Turns out I learned two things. No, I did not. And number two, I've gotten so much better at this. And I'm still not great at it, but I've gotten so much better at it. If you are curious, don't be. But episodes 6 and 7 of the podcast, I allude to why I'm in the wheelchair, but never actually explain. So I gotta do that, because it's fun. Also at the end, I will explain more. That's a very big statement. As alluded to in the prior videos, I fell into a coma October 2013. At the time, we didn't quite know why. And what was initially pitched was Guillain-Barré, which is a neurological thing where basically your body attacks your nerve endings, starts in your feet, moves its way up, and as you recover, moves its way back down. That's putting it very simply, and I'm skipping over a large portion of what it actually is. From my research, it's related to MS. My point is that it was disproven within 2, maybe 3 months of me coming out of the coma. And by disproven, I just mean they came up with a more fun thing that I had, which I used to reteach myself how to speak. Because when I came out of the coma, I was paralyzed from head down. Couldn't move a thing. It was great. So what they diagnosed me with was viral meningeal encephalitis. Basically encephalitis induced by viral meningitis. See, I have since I mean in the last little bit, discredited that in my own head. Based on the idea where they actually said that there was no markers for any sort of virus in my system at the time. They discounted meningitis altogether because there were certain aspects of it that weren't there. But one thing that was evident and clear, and they can't disprove at all, the main burden was encephalitis. Encephalitis is where fluid in your skull swells and inflames and crushes your brain. In my case, it completely destroyed my brainstem for a little bit. A little side note, isn't the brain amazing? I digress. When I came out of the coma, I was paralyzed, like I mentioned, from the head down, and I didn't regain any functionality, and, well, I didn't regain arm mobility or torso mobility until May 2014? Yeah, give or take. But one thing that did happen, according to my phone, March 15th, I put out my first public notice saying, "Hey, I'm not dead." I think my exact words were, "I've been kicking," and insert city here. Not saying people didn't know that I was out of the coma before that. Word had gotten around. But it was my first public announcement that I'm still here. It took me several more months to regain feeling, and I still don't have 100% feeling. I like to pretend it's at least 70%, but I don't know distinctly it is. It's pretty high up there. This is my cat. His name is Groot. So now, the actual point of this video. I am in a very interesting situation where I don't have an actual diagnosis for why I'm in a wheelchair. And the little tidbits of information I do have are very plain, very simple, and it can lead to very awkward conversations. Somebody comes up and asks, "Why are you in a wheelchair?" I can honestly say, I don't know, and there's no reason why it hasn't already happened to you. It could happen tomorrow. People don't like that. Maybe it reminds them of their mortality? I don't know. But what I would also like to remind you is, you don't owe anybody an explanation. If you want to just look someone dead in the eye and say, I don't know, that's fine. If you want to give your story, by all means. People love hearing stories why it's morbid, but people love hearing why you're in a wheelchair. I will never understand that. But the not yet disabled don't deserve anything, or you don't owe the not yet disabled anything. With that said, they owe you the same. Something I've gotten into, something I find fun, is when somebody asks me, why are you in a wheelchair? I get to look over and go, why aren't you in a wheelchair? They don't like that either. It's fun. As always, links to Dendrite designs and Fox and tools in the description below. Also, a big shout out to Jacob Ewert. He gave me the music in the background of this. Links to his projects in the thing below. He also runs a fantastic series of things on YouTube where he reviews mundane items and has the most deadpan and beautiful way of going about it. And I will include a link to one of his videos, his most recent one, somewhere probably in the top right. If you would like to know more about what I went through in hospital, I did write a short book called You're Not Dead. It's available on Amazon. Links on my website at wheelchairhero.com. The book is not 100 pages long. It's depressing as hell. It's fun. Anyway, this has been Jason Garden of the United Podcast. I hope your day is magical. I love you.